My movie recollection with Vincent Cloud,
And me, John Nemitz.
where we talk about movies drawn randomly and discussed with a haste, right?
Yeah, urgency.
Yes. And let's start with your list there, John.
All right, let's see what we come up with here. Oh man, this one is super new.
Oh no, no.
It was nominated for Best Picture this year,
All
like in
right.
this year's Oscars.
So narrow it down to 12.
Yep. Um, it did not win.
Narrowing it down to 11.
Do you even know them? Like, are you familiar with
I
like
might
if I
just
I'll,
what
I'll
do
just
we
I'll just give you a big clue and see
okay.
what Jeffrey Wright is the guy in it.
Oh, uh American Fiction, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
I haven't seen it, but I've liked Jeffrey Wright every time he pops up in movies. Like when I used to watch, I was like, hey, that Jeffrey
Yeah,
Wright is all right. Yeah.
I agree with that. What do you think it's about?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they show like clips of all the movies, so you kind of like, he basically is like, oh, you want black sounding writing? Here it is, or something like that. It was like a joke, but then it catches on and people take it seriously. Um, It sounds like a sitcom idea, to be honest, but apparently it's well written and well acted. So that's all I know.
Yeah, like that's basically the idea. Like it starts out, he's kind of annoyed that like he goes to look for his books in the bookstore and they're always under like African American issues or like that kind of stuff. And he's like, that's not what my books about are about at all. And like just because I'm a black author, like that's how it gets labeled. And then um yeah, exactly what you said. He ends up like writing a book under a pen name, like a fake name, and it's just like as like stereotypical like you've seen the movies where like the director's telling the actor like act more urban
Oh,
or
oh
whatever, like
gosh.
that kind of stuff, like
Yeah.
so he just goes like as far into that as he can, and then like even ends up doing like interviews at like phone interviews and stuff as like the author of that book, like as the fake name and everything, and just like leans super hard into it. And like the harder that he makes fun of it and just is ridiculous, the more that everyone is just eating it up and loving it. But yeah, there's a lot of like meta textual stuff in it. Like, at one point the it becomes clear that the movie you're watching is being developed in the movie you're watching.
Oh
You know what I
shit.
mean? Like
Sweet.
adaptation style, but not
Yeah.
not as like intricate as adaptation, but just kind of a nod to that type of
You
thing.
don't see him writing the scene.
Yeah.
Damn it, I love adaptation. But
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, all right. Well, yeah, like I said, I think that guy's awesome and he was nominated for an Oscar. I'm like, "Oh, way to go." Like that's the only reason why I pay attention to the Oscars because I remember actors from back in the day. I'm like, "Hey, you're finally recognized." Like I always thought you were good. So, even though I haven't seen their nominated role and who knows until I do.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what about the African American community? Do they pick that up right away, or like what's with that part?
Oh, yeah, good question. I feel like people that he respects end up like liking the book
Oh
also,
no.
and it makes him like it really upsets him.
Oh shit.
Like,
Well,
you
yeah.
thought that was good, and like, yeah.
Oh, that's gotta suck. Uh, okay. We're gonna be joined by, I assume Hot Shots is short for Scotty Two Stacks, but we'll see.
It's got to be. There's no other explanation.
Hello.
Scott, how's it going, man?
So well, better now that I'm seeing the both of you.
Swell. You
This is supposed,
dirty hippie over there.
yeah, I'm really going full throttle with it this week. I must stop bathing. Did get a haircut. Whoops.
Hair, as in preparation for this episode, you didn't get a haircut, or that's
I
it.
did.
I'm just gonna
I
tell
got a
myself
haircut
that.
for you since you hate him.
Okay, so Scott, though, we have one question. Have you seen American Fiction?
What?
It's a movie.
2023.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have not.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a recollection as we speak. I guess we should have told you.
I was wondering. I was like, I thought they didn't film this early on Tuesday, but okay.
Yeah, this is
Fool.
yeah.
You walked right into our filming trap.
You
See,
guys got me pretty good. Well, it was fun seeing you.
um,
American Fiction, what is that about? Is it a bunch of people wearing tie-dye shirts and hollow areas with a bunch of houses in the background? Just
That's
looking at
right. Yep.
houses. Here's for clues.
you're Kaiser Sozeing it, aren't you?
Watch out, there's someone behind you, Vince.
Oh my God. Yeah, I love this picture. I feel cozy just looking at it. I'm like, I'm inside a giant leaf, or I'm very small. I haven't decided. Well, let's move on to another movie until that damn Dave gets here. Oh shit. Okay. Uh, I think it's just two words. Yeah, starting with the and then
2 words.
W. The W.
The Wild. The
No.
Weekend.
Wild Things?
No.
The Wave.
No way.
Is the part of the 2 words?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the and then 2 words. I am
Oh.
no good at this, guys.
The Watchmen. The
No.
Watchmen. That's an actual movie, right? For the
The
first
Watchmen,
thing
yeah.
of everything I've said. Or is that just Watchmen?
It's Watchmen, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a hint. Music. It's a
Oh,
musical.
The Wall.
Yes, The Wall.
Ooh.
Have you guys seen it?
Crossover episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that years and years ago.
Yeah, I saw it too, so don't try making me guess what it is.
Should be right up your alley, you dirty hippie. Although really, I don't like that not stigma, but like associating Pink Floyd with hippies, where I'm like, I don't know, a lot of it would be like too harsh, man. I wouldn't listen to it, you know. Dave, what's up, man?
Hey guys, how's it going?
We have one question for you. Have you seen the movie The Wall?
No.
Oh my God. All right, well then, Scott, have
Gotta
you
guess.
haven't seen it either?
Oh, well, I was going to try to push it all on him, but I haven't.
What do you guys think it's about?
People in school, they're getting out of school. They're like, you know what? We don't freaking need an education.
All right. Yeah, I mean that scene does happen. Very good. But yes,
so-
it's based on the Pink Floyd album, which is
Which
pretty
one?
sweet. uh yeah, it's about so you haven't so I assume you haven't listened to the album either then, Scott and Dave, right?
I have not listened to the full album, no.
Shit.
No, either have I. Is it what is it about the Berlin Wall?
No, it isn't. It's a
I have no
metaphor.
idea.
It's a
Don't
metaphor.
look behind Dave. Don't look behind him. All right? Don't do it.
He pops in and out. Crazy cat. I'm indifferent to you. Tell that cat that. All right. Well,
How do you feel about this movie, Vince? Tell us your feelings.
feelings. Well, like the protagonist of the movie and album that it's based off of, instead of expressing myself, I'd rather put up a wall between us.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah. Okay, so I think the funny story is that it's, Roger Waters, who I hate, is part of the band Pink Floyd. And even though he's a talented writer, he's full of himself. He's always been like this huge dick, egomaniacal, and it just built with every album. And
Built brick by brick.
yes. And so like he was really a really fast writer, and where the other Floyds, if you want to call them, they were like, no, we're taking our time. It's still good. It just takes them a while. But he basically said, listen, we're going to record an album. I got 2 whole albums already written. Which one do you want to do? And they're like, well, I guess we don't really have much time. So we'll do this one. What is this about? He's like, oh, this one's about driving around and having thoughts about the war or something like that. And they're like, what about this other one? He's like, oh, it's about this egomaniacal rock star who who pushes away his bandmates and ruins his marriage and all this shit. Basically me. And that's exactly what The Wall is. It's very complex. Even though I hate Roger Waters again, he's a
Are you
beautiful
about to push
songwriter.
this all away?
What?
Are you about to push this all away?
Am I the Roger Waters? Is that how you see me? Well, then I call you Nick Mason. Yeah. See?
No.
Oh no, geez. Wow.
But then that means one of you guys are David Gilmour, and I actually love David Gilmour.
Oh yeah, that's me.
One of you do it. Well, I know next time on Movie Recollection.
No, it's great. I would suggest the album. The movie does a pretty good job. It's got some pretty trippy animations and stuff. But then it is also disturbing because Roger Waters, he's like, oh, this character, he fantasizes himself in front of this concert as being in a Nazi rally, giving a speech to go out and beat up anyone who doesn't look like who's white and shit like that, right? And you're like, why? Why does he think that way? And Roger Waters is like, oh, I don't know. He just feels that way. And in reality, it's been cleared that's how he feels. He's very authoritarian and all that bullshit. So again, it's well written and it sounds great, but he sings a lot in the album. And then the actor who plays Pink is he's not even a singer, but he kind of belts out the song, so it's very bizarre, but it's effective. Yeah, Rockstar slowly becomes consumed with himself and is just terrible to people, but pretty awesome. I suggest it. Yeah. All right. Do we have time for one more movie and then get into a few?
What guys have you done?
Oh yeah.
Just 2 now.
Gonna be a short little baby episode, huh?
Oh, squeeze the cheeks. All right, John, let's pick a movie of yours. Unless Scotty Two Stacks has two stacks.
I have one movie on the ground if you want to guess it.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Clearly a movie you don't respect. It's on the ground.
Starts with an L, 5 words.
Fuck. League of Their Own.
Brendan Fraser in it. Fraser.
Last from the Past.
It has Steve Martin in it.
Steve Martin
Yeah.
and Brendan Fraser.
Oh, Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Ding, 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 ding. Have you guys seen it?
I have not.
Nope.
Better tell us what you think it's about.
I think the Looney Tunes are gone for a while, but then they return for some action. I think
You're
Bugs
good.
Bunny eats some carrots, gives off some sassy quips. I think Daffy Duck gets easily frustrated. And
Are you sure you haven't seen this?
What do you got, Dave?
I feel like this movie was probably the template for the movie Space Jam, and they just swapped out Steve Martin and Michael Jordan.
I wish that would have been fun.
No, Back in Action is the sequel. Oh, well, the follow-up to Space Jam.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
really? Space Jam was earlier?
Didn't do very well. But it's about this guy, Brendan, whose dad was like this explorer, I think. And then Steve Martin's the bad guy. And then I don't fucking know. I just watched it not too long ago, but it was pretty funny. Daffy like gets fired and Bugs is trying or he quits and Bugs is trying to get him back because that's just this normal thing that happens in this universe. But then the hot bigwigs are like, we don't want Daffy back. He sucks, Duck. And but yeah, it's fun. I really like it, and it just makes me sad because I really wanted to see that Wile E. Coyote movie versus Acme, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It has like Will Forte and John Cena. I wish we were talking about that movie because it looked like a lot of fun, but it's a
Yeah.
fine movie.
Yeah,
I like
I
it.
saw this in theaters. Did you?
Oh, did you really? No, I actually this was the first time I saw it, and I was like, how have I never seen this?
Yeah.
And the whole Wile E. Coyote commotion kind of made me want to make sure to search for it. And I would go to Goodwill and these little thrift shops, and I found it in Chicago for $3. So that was pretty cool.
And speaking of things that are prematurely announced, am I right, Scott?
you
Riley
know,
the Coyote thing?
we don't know if
Hey, it might get
Recollection fans listen to the other podcast. Let's not assume.
Including people on it who said the things.
No, trust me, these guys have terrible memories.
I can't even remember this movie I just watched.
Okay, well, this had Jenna Elfman. Remember her?
Yeah.
She
Oh,
was
yeah.
like everything. 7 years. Yeah. Not
I
much
can
to
only
say.
think of a different partial animation, partial live action movie with Brendan Fraser.
Monkey Bone.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Yeah,
Chris
because that was like
Kattan.
stop motion.
Yeah. Henry Selick, the guy who did Nightmare Before Christmas, Coraline, others.
Oh shit. All right. Yeah, I don't know. For you Looney Tunes completionists, maybe you'll get something out of it. It just didn't click. I don't know. Just something wasn't there this time. Not enough basketball. Maybe that was the winning ingredient last time. I don't know. But Brendan, of course, interacts with the cartoons very good. Like, how he interacts with mummies and stuff. You believe they're there on the same set and whatnot. But you know what? Enough of that. Like, subscribe, comment. This was my movie recollection with Vincent Cloud.
John Emmett.
Scott Allwood.
David Lauer.
Like barely David Lauer.